It's the end of the year, so let's talk about goals, and I'm gonna share in this video what were my goals for 2024, what I managed to do, what I didn't manage to do, what my goals are for 2025, and what I'm changing in order to get those goals achieved. So if you're looking for some inspiration, tips, or simply you just want to know what I'm doing differently, stick around to the end and let's jump into the goals. So my 2024 goals were to recover from the injury fully and get back into skating, and especially into street skating. And I believe that I achieved this goal pretty well. I feel like I recovered at, I would say, at 99%. There are still a few things that are still getting better, but I'm in no rush and I got back into skating. And if you haven't seen my video about the little penguins, I am definitely getting back into street skate. I managed to do Halloween skate with London street skates and also the Summer Skate Live, so the two of them. I managed to do Santa skate and I really felt like I missed out on it last year, so I'm very, very happy I managed to get to do them this year, and I learned a few new things. I relearned a lot of stuff which I knew before the injury. So I feel like this year for skating was really great. Another goal I had was more related to traveling and also content creation, because I wanted to do a little bit more local travel, a bit more on the budget, and to actually record it and to share it more on this channel. And I feel like I started doing it towards the end of the year, so I don't feel like I failed this goal, but I didn't get as much as I wanted. But so I would say it was kind of like partially achieved, because I did manage to start doing it towards the end of the year at least. Obviously, I have more goals in different areas of my life, but I decided to keep this video more related to what I'm doing on this channel, not to make this video way too long. So what are my goals for next year, which are just a few days away? And I'm actually keeping the goal which I had for 2024 about travel and content creation for 2025, because I feel like I just started getting through it and I just started traveling more again and creating content again. So I'm keeping it for 2025 and kind of going with the momentum I started getting now and getting out and about and sharing it with you guys. Another goal that I have for 2025 is skating related, and I want to build much more confidence in my skating, to be much more comfortable, and I want to focus on 3 areas this year. And one of them is street skate. I really want to be able to confidently go on the street and skate, explore areas in London, outside of London, outside of the UK. So I really want to focus on that. And I also want to finally be able to do a power slide, because I've been really struggling with that, and I really want to finally be able to do it. And I want to relearn doing solo slide, because I was able to do it before the injury. It wasn't great, but I was able to do it, and I feel like I just started rebuilding muscle memory on that. So that's kind of like 3 focus areas for skating for next year. These are my goals for next year. So what am I going to do a bit differently this year so I could actually achieve them much better and would be much happier at the end of the year of 2025? First of all, I'm actually going to write them down, because I don't feel like I ever wrote my goals. I kind of like thought at the end of the year, beginning of the year, like, oh yeah, I want to achieve this, but I never put it down on the paper. So I got myself a little calendar, but I have space to write the goals at the beginning, and actually also write things like actionable steps, what I want to do, so I can actually do it more intentionally. So that's another thing that I want to change, and I want to be much more intentional about my goals so I can actually achieve them. So I will create some actionable steps which I can take in order to achieve those goals. So it could be, for example, planning days when I'm going to practice, for example, power slide, or the days when I'm planning to travel, and pre-plan in advance what I'm going to see and do, so I can actually film my content and I can share it with you. So there's a couple of things. Another thing that I will change is I want to do a few reviews a year, so I'm planning to do it quarterly, to sit down and reflect what I've done in the past 3 months, what's working, what's not working, what I need to change to actually be able to achieve my goals. And I've never done this before. It's usually just kind of like now at the end of the year, I look back at my goals and like, oh, I didn't really do much because it's end of the year and I don't feel like I achieved anything. So I'm planning to be much more intentional, actually writing things down and taking time to reflect on where I'm going, where I am, and if things are working or not, and if I need to make some changes. So this is what I achieved of my goals in 2024, what I'm planning to work on in 2025, and I really hope that you found the things I'm changing useful as well. If you have any suggestions what else I could do, please leave them in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to follow along my journey, subscribe to this channel and let's have the best year in 2025. See you next time. Bye!